Water Thematic category. Muliru Farmers Conservation Group. The project, community-based medicinal plant enterprise.
My name is James Ligare from Muliru Farmers Conservation Group. We deal with a number of conservation activities. One of them is monitoring the environment using micro and macro aquatic invertebrates to tell the quality of water that is found within the rivers and the streams that are found within Kakamega Forest and also adjacent communities. We also do medicinal plant enterprises where we commercialize traditional medicinal plants that we use to make products that we are now selling currently on the market. The Kakamega Forest is the only tropical rainforest that is found in Kenya. We have 80 streams that also originate from the Kakamega Forest, and all these waters flow into Lake Victoria, making it the only largest freshwater lake in East and Central Africa. So we thought of coming up with an income-generating activity to give to these communities that live adjacent to this Kakamega Forest so that they can conserve the Kakamega Forest. So we partnered with the research institution, ISIPE, and then University of Nairobi to come up with products from these medicinal plants. So we matched the traditional knowledge, the science behind the development of the products to come up with the natural balm and natural ointment. Currently, we have over 460 farmers who have been trained on how to commercially cultivate the plant on their own farms. So when you harvest the plant, you cut 6 inches from the soil, from the ground. Then you pluck the leaves of the plant. You bring the leaves to the enterprise where we weigh the leaves. And then after 3 to 4 days, the leaves are dried and then we take it for distillation. We install the preheat solar system where it has now reduced the production cost in producing the essential oil. So the production cost has also gone down. We also have installed the rainwater harvesting equipment where we collect all the rainwater on the 2 buildings. Then it is collected in the underground tank. Then the water in the underground tank is pumped by solar. We don't have grid, so we use solar to pump the water into the reservoir tank. And then we also use the solar-powered pump to pump the water into the preheat solar system. We also have a youth sensitization program where we are trying to tap the youth within the community on how to pass on the information on conservation of the environment. We have acquired audiovisual equipment where we go around the marketplaces, the schools around to pass conservation messages to the youth.
Bamato Environmental and Sanitation Project. The project, EcoSan Toilets for Biogas Production.
My name is Martin Siguda, the Programs Officer at Bamato Environmental and Sanitation Project. My main role here is basically to oversee the entire programs that we are running at the organization level, whereby plastic recycling falls as one of the programs. Plastics, when they are mixed, then you lose market. And sorting is basically to ensure that if it is a particular kind of plastic, like say if it is a basin, then basin goes to the right track. If it is blue in color, then the blues also go into a particular place. Next stage after sorting that we just talked about is the pelletizing process. This is where now the grounded plastics will now be heated. They're taken through a heating process into molten. They change the shape into a liquid form. After changing the shape into liquid form, they are cooled again, and then by the end of the day it's cutting, which happens. They're chopped into smaller cylindrical shape kind of products. Basically what we mean here, we are doing value addition to the waste plastic that we've just processed the other end. So the next level here we are talking about is the molding process, whereby this is the molding machine which will be using to do the production of the materials, the plastic products by the end of the day.
Yeah, this project have really impacted positively as concerned environmental management, like removal of greenhouse gas, which was being produced within the informal dumping sites in the communities. Also, it has increased income for the community Also, improvement of the forest cover within the informal settlement, where people are using polythenes for planting tree seedlings. Waste management, since we started, have really impacted positively because in our culture, our people were not ready to be associated with waste. But since they have seen the economic benefit from waste, they have now increased in waste management where they generate income. And the income which they have generated, they use in their chamas.
And also in Bamato, we are also involved in promoting energy-saving vehicles. We know the cost of fuel is skyrocketing, life is becoming so expensive, and also the element of greenhouse gas, which is really polluting the environment. My appeal is to the investors and interested parties, development partners, that this is a great venture to come in. While we do this, we shall contribute to socio-economic empowerment of our people, and this will contribute also to the economic pillar, which shall also help in complementing the government efforts in realizing the Vision 2030.
Dr. Josephat Ngui Kimatu. The project, low-cost smoked pots for water purification.
My name is Kevin Nyariki from Southeastern University, Kitui. We are working on a project on ceramics to help people from semi-arid and arid areas to purify water for drinking. The project was started because very many people from arid and semi-arid places have problems of getting clean water. Then we came up with a project to help them purify water in their domestic homes. This water is purified through filtration by use of pots, which are made up of 3 types of soils. That's sand, red soil, and black soil in different ratios. For them, in those 3 ratios, you find that they can purify water, and the water coming out of the container can be used domestically for drinking and even cooking. One can get water from a river, which is dirty, or from a dam, and once you put it in those pots, you put some clean pits, which act as the bits used in deionized water. But these ones are made from those ratios of sand, clay, and black soil. The use of them is to attract the microbes that might be in that water. So the pots can be made into different sizes depending on the demand of the user. The aspect of using ceramics can be used in arid and semi-arid and even urban places, whereby people buy chemicals to treat water. Now, with the use of pots, they can get clean water without taking a lot of chemicals into their body. The ceramics are environment friendly because once you use them, this just clay, sand, and black soil, which can, even if they are returned back to the environment, they cannot harm anyone. And also, unlike using chemicals that expire and can be harmful to people, it's now naturally that you use the natural resources which can be returned to the soil and will have no harm.